Alrighty, sorry again for the delay, folks, but we are here. We are ready to go, and we'll be getting set up shortly. Quick note: this is not a crowd control race. Unfortunately, there was a bug. The crowd control folks are working on it as we speak. They should have it up. They said by tomorrow. We'll see. We'll be crossing our fingers, hoping to get another one of these scheduled and ready to go. The racers are ready. I'm ready. Our tracker's ready. Hope everybody's ready in the chat. Let's get this going. And yeah, we've got the Salty Sponge, our what's it called? Defending champion here at Speed Gaming, the winner of Speed Gaming Live 2020. Mr. Mario is his opponent. Came in, I want to say 5th place, I think. Or maybe he came in 5th place in the Season 4 tournament. He is a admin of the Random Settings League. And yeah, super hype race they got going on. A couple things to note. This is a league base, but because we were getting ready for a crowd control, couple wacky things in there. This is an all dungeon seed. So Ganon's boss key is locked behind all your dungeons, as well as there are a whole bunch of ice traps. There's no small keys. And I think that's it. Yeah. Alrighty, and we are set up with Mr. Mario's audio. Starting off with that, what's it called? The Goron Ruby. Also to note, we are starting off with our child trade quest items. Or not the item, the letter. So which means we start with a song. So we have opponent song at the minuet spot, starting off with minuet. And two very different strategies. We've got Mr. Mario headed straight for the forest, getting his song, getting a couple hints here. Meanwhile, the Salty Sponge, straight to Kakariko Village. He's got a bunch of checks he can do in here. Alrighty, a mirror shield for Mr. Mario here in Mido's house. While the Salty Sponge picking up Saria's song. Oh, and a boat for Mr. Mario. There's a silver scale for the Salty Sponge. Items left and right. But that's it for Mr. Mario. Had it for adult, he's headed straight to child. Let's see exactly where his route takes him. While the Salty Sponge is here in the graveyard. Looks like Zora's River and somewhere on Death Mountain, I think, was Way of the Hero. But get your guesses in chat. How fast do you think the Salty Sponge can get this Dampe race done? Alright, more pizza. Would have come in handy for the crowd control. Again, to note, we could not get that working. But we will do our best to bring another crowd control event sometime in the future. Hook shot for the Salty Sponge and in the bottle. On a song for Sponge. I'll be getting his bow and his mirror shield up here while Mr. Mario's picking up some chickens. And Sponge taking that hook shot, taking that bow, maybe remembering it's Keezy, and he's going into the Forest Temple. And get some easy skulls. Let's see how far he wants to go in here. See what kind of goodies he picks up. Some nice arrows, not gonna be useful for anything. And it looks like Sponge is sticking around. He's opening up that courtyard. I did not know that was a flag that would stick open like that. Aw, and you not paying out tonight. Just a recovery heart for chickens. Meanwhile, Sponge making good progress here in the Forest Temple. $5. And I thought there were some ice traps on, but I guess not. I'm seeing a bit too much junk for that. Alrighty, and picking up that skull mask. Mario making fast work on this mask, so I wonder if he's picking up that bunny hood. Seen it pay off for Mr. Mario in the past. Once upon a time, another race, another league. And now setting up that swaggy reverse backwalking. And that's it for Sponge in the Forest Temple. Question in chat, how do we crowd control? Very sorry to inform you, crowd control experienced a pretty significant bug. We are unable to crowd control, so you will have to crowd control another date, another time. We are looking forward to bringing you another crowd control race. Unfortunately, we were unable to tonight. So you came here expecting the meme, but sorry, meme's on you tonight. Hey, yo, we got a hook. Not a hook shot. Slingshot, other one. Other shot shooting device. There is Sun Song. And Lon Lon Ranch is way of the hero. Likely maybe for that slingshot, but maybe for Sun Song? Only time will tell. Alright, what do we have in the Lost Woods from Saria? It is Nocturne. Interesting. That could be way up here to get into Child Spirit Temple. Let's see, an extended Child, one segment after the 3 songs here. Oh, what was that? Is that the long shot? Sponge taking some time to shoot the Octorok. Getting set up. Very nice. That is another hook shot. going on here? Could that be an ice trap? Yeah. Oh, dang. Alright, Mr. Mario with the Skull Mask check. 1242 in. Not something you see very often. There, Sponge gets it, and he gets a long shot. While Mr. Mario picking up a bomb bag. Alright, seeds dropping stuff for these guys left and right. Fortunately, Mr. Mario did not go. Child does not have Sorry song. Fire, forest, deck. Alright, TheSaltySponge now has made his way, child. Alright, we see the we're gonna see the TheSaltySponge trace in Mr. Mario's footsteps for a bit here. So all eyes on the right-hand side of the screen. Looks like I missed in fire there from Mr. Mario. Sorry, just checking the VOD to get the dungeon layout. Doesn't matter a whole lot because they're gonna need to do all the dungeons anyway. Always nice to know where your forest medallion are, or your you know, what unlocks your song in Kakariko Village. Nice early bomb bag, as the Salty Sponge looks like he set up some Dompe digging. Nice and early. Nothing on Bomb Chew Ballin' number 1. And nothing on Bomb Chew Bowling number 2. Salty Sponge with 1 extra check in the Lost Woods here with his Sorry song. And we are just hearing Minuet all over the place. And Kokiri, course, Way of the Hero, likely for the Mirror Shield or the bow. Both of those. Yep, sorry in the chat, no crowd control tonight. Good news, we've uncovered a bug for the crowd control developers, and they're solving it right now. Bad news, we cannot bring you a crowd control race tonight. So we've switched up to an exhibition, bringing it to you live right here from Speed Gaming. The defending champion, Salty Sponge, versus Mr. Mario. Two very well-known racers in the Zooter community. So you're in for a good race despite the lack of crowd control. And Mr. Mario will be heading into his first dungeon after grabbing a couple of hints outside the Deku Tree. And we'll be clearing their first their first one. Yep, but do stay tuned. Keep that schedule bookmarked. We will be bringing you a crowd control just as soon as we are able to. These racers were excited for it. I know they're itching to get one or several under their belt for the main event this fall. Here we go. What do we have inside the deck tree? The early seed's just been dropping items left and right. We've got bows, we've got hook shots and long shots, mirror shields, Din's fire, bombs. But again, we all have to do all dungeons. Who knows what items won't be on the tracker by the end of this thing. It's gonna be... is this the bomb bag? Get what these scrubs delivered. It was 2 seconds ago. Yep, there was the bomb bag. And Salty Sponge heading into Goron City. Couple checks in here, he can actually just the one, right? Yeah, just the hot rodder. But you could pick up some magic here, and then you could do the pot. I swear, I don't have spoiler log. I didn't even roll the seed. Oh, wait, Sponge, you do the pottery, bro. You just got magic. That's hilarious, though. No, I swear, it's not true. I mean, I do know that the Salty Sponge is gonna be following Mr. Mario here after he finishes up the Lost Woods, but that's just good old common sense. Common sense routing. Din's fire for the Salty Sponge. Alrighty, up is Queen Goma versus Mr. Mario. Can he get the one cycle? Will he play it safe? Safe with double nut strat. But there is the Queen, and that will be, what, the water medallion for Mr. Mario. This is the Boulder Ode Destiny for Mr. Mario. And Sponge can make quick work of this deck retrieve, but we've got a whole bunch of checks in here to get. Unfortunately, I don't think Mr. Mario grabbed anything out of there. Maybe a stick upgrade. A nice use of Sun Song. He'll get some Skullfuls here. Check Camp A digging. Mr. Mario not afraid at all to do some of these checks as child. An admin and deep in the random settings league. We can do this as nearly any check as a child, as an adult, day, night, you name it, with the shield, without a shield. Have no fear. Random Settings League is here. Well, not here, but it's out there in the universe. Alrighty, new check here in the graveyard. And that is a claim check. It looks like Mr. Mario headed to the desert. Big chunk of the Spirit Temple that they can do. Fury Forest, Way of the Hero. And actually, surely Salty Sponge checked this. Lateral Fire. But Mr. Mario is jumping in here. Very nice shot. Stalfos, no problem for Mario. Salty Sponge heading out into the field, not forgetting his Ocarina. And he's making his way to Way of the Hero Wandon Ranch. Grab nothing but junk here so far. Picking up the skull token, good idea. So the Salty Sponge is in Lamon Ranch, gonna get his way of the hero Slingshot and Sun Song. 2 quick checks Mr. Mario's gonna pick up here. See if he wants to stick around in the Spirit Temple. I don't see why not. Missed one of those checks there on Mario's end. Ooh, a little baby sword. Not bad, not bad. Not gonna need it with his stick upgrade, but in the long run, I think it'll save on some sticks if he ever decides to equip it. I trust you, T-Sigma. T-Sigma, our tracker behind the scenes, and doing his best trying to set up crowd control. But he is the finder of the bug. Got crowd control officials trying to squish the bug. And TheSaltySponge taking his bomb bag down to the south of Hyrule Field. Nothing other than that little baby sword in the Spirit Temple. Alright, where can we go? What can we do? It's time for adult methinks. Don't think Mario's interested in going into Domain. Yep, back into the castle. Well, but first we gotta return everyone's favorite dog in Hyrule, Little Dicky. And that was a Gerudo hint. Foolish. Fortress Valley? One of those two. If it was the Fortress, we might see Sponge go into Valley. If it was the Valley, we're likely not going to. And no 1 in 32 from Mr. Mario, unfortunately. Gonna wait for Magic. You know, one of those, the Hot Rod of Goron in Goron City. But I'm guessing that the TheSaltySponge saw that Gerudo Valley was foolish in that that open grotto in South Hyrule Field. We'll have to maybe get a better look or find that duplicate hint somewhere. Good info to have. The TheSaltySponge down at the Lake Pizza Hut in the bottom. Setting up a Scarecrow song. Let's see where Mr. Mario heads. Yep, there is Bolero. He's gonna pick up another song here. And likely gonna do all the checks around Death Mountain and jump into Dodongo's Cavern. But maybe into the Fire Temple. Picking up Song of Time. Oh no, he doesn't have any hook shots. So he's just here for the song. I might be tempted to run through the fire temple. There's no keys other than the boss key in there. While he doesn't have strength, I am very confident Mr. Mario able to do the glitchless jump. So no strength required for these runners in Fire Temple. Recovery heart from the fishing game. Yeah, I think we have to go into Dodongo's Cavern. Yep, looks like that's where Mr. Mario is headed. Well, the TheSaltySponge, he's going into Zora's domain. He's not leaving any stones unturned. Really missing out on those hook shots in Adult Kakariko Village for Mr. Mario. Oh, yuck. Goron City not having anything. On Link, Goron getting away from him. Alright, he's got a backup. He's gonna check the hint here next to Medigoron. Very nice. Shooting the sun was something. Nice shot with the bomb. Unfortunately, no points for style. Zora's domain gonna pay out more than the Gorons. One down, and the answer is no. Two down. Yuck. Domain not paying off. Gotta be quick. Let's see what's on that volcano. Meanwhile, TheSaltySponge gonna make his way into the Spirit Temple, pick up his butter knife. Alright, I saw this earlier. What? Is that a wallet? Oh, that is more bombs. The time close. Can he make it? Ooh. Turning in that claim check. I think that the mountain trail was way of the hero. Hey yo, there's our hammer. So, yeah, with that, Mr. Mario can clear Dodongo's cavern and the fire. Alright, Ferris win, not gonna get much use out of that. But, looking good. 44 minutes in. What's that? Oh, a tunic. Not too bad. Zora tunic for Mr. Mario. Gonna have to jump into the water temple eventually. But a C, Dodongo's Cavern holds 7 checks in here for us. They be any useful checks. Yes, Nehru's love, it was blue. That spell is not on the tracker. But that is because no one uses it, and we don't. It doesn't unlock anything, so these runners are too good to use it. Now me, I might use it. And that's just the honest to God or neighbor. Oh, wind, yeah, that's right. Love, not wind. Whereas wind is much more useful. And nothing so far into Donald's Cavern. That was a hint for Lost Woods way the hero, likely for the bomb bag from the Skull Kid, or the Skull Mask Sale, or I guess the sale is showing off of. Sponge has one extra check here in the market that he can pull off. Plus that pill in the bottle once he becomes adult. Let's see if he goes for the treasure chest minigame right now, as Mr. Mario prepares for his fight against King Dodongo. Is get your guesses in chat. Lefts and rights, rights and lefts. Number one is a left. Number two is a left. The dino is down for Mr. Mario. Of course, he's used to defeating Koopas. 3 for the Salty Sponge on the right-hand side. Ooh, left, left, right, left. Right. Last one left, or is... Nope, it is not gonna pay out. But that light medallion, that's another check mark for Mr. Mario. He's making excellent progress. He's gonna pick up his hook shots here. Well, I guess not here. One is in what? The graveyard? Stampede Grace? The other one is in Source River on the ledge. Salty Sponge finishing up with his Child 1 segment. Pretty good, pretty good. And off to Adult 2. Very likely we'll be clearing out the Dodongo's Cavern pretty quick here. Silver scale for Mr. Mario. I'm guessing Salty Sponge should have Bolero Fire. And we'll see that quickly here, as he should be prioritizing the song there. Yep, that confirms it. As Mr. Mario picks up a song of his own in Sariots. We saw that. Unfortunately, Goron City won't be paying off for the Salty Sponge, but Mr. Mario has his Dampe race underway. Quick, tight work of those corners. Oh, barely dodging that flame there. And Salty Sponge bombing Link the Goron twice for good measure. So there is the vanilla hook shot and the bottle for Mr. Mario. Can't believe we've gotten the vanilla hook shot. We're gonna get a vanilla spirit medallion. But Mr. Mario's taken all the tools he's acquired thus far. He's going into the Fire Temple. He's working on his dungeon reward number 4. Gotta do all of them with the exceptions of the bottom of the well GTGN Ice Cavern. Most likely. Alright, Mr. Mario working on his Flare Dancer. Gonna be looking for the boss key in here. That is somewhere. And also, anyone in chat, take notes. These runners will be back for a crowd control race in the future. Regret to inform you, we cannot bring you one tonight. But it gives everyone a chance to take notes on these runners' strength. And if you're maybe a little unfamiliar with the game, unfamiliar with Rando, you know, really try to figure out your best way to really grind our runners' gears for future races that we'd like to put on for you. Alrighty, how deep in Fire Temple will Mr. Mario have to go? Nice use of the long shot here for the Salty Sponge. Guessing he caught a hint of some number of Skulltula tokens being required. Sticks, more sticks for Mr. Mario. Don't know when he'll be going back child. He did a whole heck of a lot of it. Not much other than, I think, a claim check in here for the Salty Sponge. So, gold scale for Mr. Mario. That could be useful. Get us into the Water Temple, maybe even clear it. Mario about to show us our first logic break. Not in this room, but in the next room, in the green room. We'll have to do a little ground jump to bypass the requirement for strength. Sponge continuing with the nice long shot setups. Ground jump, not playing nice for Mario. There he goes. Technically, the rest of this fire temple is locked behind a strength upgrade. I'm thinking that might be in Ganon's castle. Might be in GTG. Dino fight going on for the TheSaltySponge. Mr. Mario about halfway through this fire temple here. You know, it's going a slightly longer way around to get the map chest, as opposed to pressing the pause button and switching to his bow for this one room. Pretty good strat. And he is skipping that upper maze. It's interesting. I'm sure there's some thought of efficiency behind it. 10 and 20 scope check for the Salty Sponge. Both of them nothing but junk. Mario's reached up, tippy top of Fire Temple. Oh, so the Sponge hunting down his way of the hero for Lamon Ranch. Fire arrows for Mr. Mario. Mario knows that magic bottle from Child Goron City. Now going back, open up the shortcut. This will be Salty Sponge's hammer. Likely to be following Mr. Mario into the Fire Temple. Yep. So Mr. Mario pretty solidly picking up that boss key. One check he can do, one check he cannot. No Scarecrow Song, no long shot. Sponge grabbing his bomb bag. Playing Bolero. Nothing else to do in here but go to the Fire Temple. Yeah, more chews. So what was it? A gold scale in here. And the fire arrows. Not a whole lot for Salty Sponge to grab, honestly. So yeah, Mr. Mario about a whole temple lead minus the boss fight. Sponge will be able to do a little bit in here before Mr. Mario exits. Another boss down. Mr. Mario making very quick work with the dragon. Oh, that's right. Fire Temple rewarded us the green medallion. But ZL in Temple Time is good news, big news. Another song for him in the graveyard here. Won't be able to get the chest. There's Nocturne Shadow. And Mr. Mario should also have Sarius. Mario likely, I'm guessing. He'll peek his head into the Forest Temple here. Alrighty, yeah. So this time in the Forest Temple should allow Sponge the time he needs to catch up to Mr. Mario. Although he has the long shot, I don't know if he's gonna take the time to set up the pixel shot at the Scarecrow chest. Also, Namaha, unfortunately, I know you'd like to mess with these runners, but we could not get the crowd control working. Um, we will be bringing you more crowd controls in the future, but not tonight. Good news is the crowd control developers are fixing the bug that we found. So, for any future crowd controls, that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, looks like no pixel shot to Pierre for Sponge. And he's not even doing the hammer chest. He's saying, that's too much of Fire Temple. That's enough for me. So he should be making his way out of here about the same time Mario gets out of the Forest Temple. The difference, Mario not clearing the Forest Temple, while the Salty Sponge tying it up in medallion count. Biggest check density at the moment is GPG. That will likely hold our strength upgrade, as Mr. Mario has reached his end in the Forest Temple. The Salty Sponge just about to enter the boss fight. But to note, Mario has not been to Zora's River. Might just be headed that way now, especially with ZL in hand. Oh, Moblin not playing nice though. And the dragon is down. Pete's heart. And Mario is indeed going into Zora's River, gonna pick up their long shot. Alrighty, Salty Sponge, where are you headed? They are going back, child. It's open as a child. Oh no, they're just getting their song. That's their Zelda's lullaby. Turning in that Poe, something strange in the neighborhood. Alright, here is the long shot for Mario. Let's see if we can get this first try. Took Salty Sponge a couple of tries. Octo Rock, nope, not playing nicely. Octo Rock, please. Mario going the long way around. This is a slightly more consistent setup than the one we saw Salty Sponge going for. But Salty Sponge has mounted his steed. Gonna check out the Tektite Grotto and likely make his way over to GTG. Doesn't wanna have to do these side dungeons. Don't give you medallions or spiritual stones. But we need a strength upgrade. We need some boots. You see something? What was that? Is that strength upgrade? What is that? I cannot for the life of me. Oh, bomb shoes. Bomb shoes. I thought he had plenty of bomb shoes. Maybe not. Maybe he used them all in his Volvagia fight. Mr. Mario, though, thinking along the same lines. But he's gonna stop off at South Hyrule Field. We're gonna get a chance to see that foolish hint in the open grotto. But no, Salty Sponge not thinking about GTG. He's going to Lake Hylia. I guess picking up his Scarecrow song. Good call, good call. Left, right for Salty Sponge's Scarecrow song. And actually, I'm wondering if Salty Sponge might take his long shot, take his gold scale into the water temple, and that was a Valley Foolish Hint. Confirm Gerudo Valley is nothing, has nothing. We're not gonna see these runners be checking that. And looks like maybe Mr. Mario is going to be skipping out on Lake Hylia. That was $50 from fishing. Question is, chat, is there any benefit to catching the loach? Not sure what you're talking about. There is a prize for adult fishing catching the lunker, and there is a prize for child fishing catching the lunker. I think it's 8 and 10 pounds. Yeah, I know there was significant rework done to the fishing game. I'm not sure if that's still an option. But, Mr. Mario is taking his gold scale, taking his newly acquired long shot. He's going into the water temple. Sponge going just for the hint? No. He's shooting the sun. Is it too late? No, he's got it. Hey, there's a strength upgrade. We found one. And that means Mr. Mario is banking on the boss key not being behind the one check that requires strength. Also thinking that it's not going to be behind the check that requires the iron boots. Let's see if this is going to be paying off. Or if the Salty Sponge's brilliant idea to pick up the strength upgrade first is going to pay off. If you've never seen the water temple without iron boots, take some notes. Just one check that you need the iron boots in here for. Otherwise, these runners can clear the rest of this stuff, except that one check I mentioned regarding the strength upgrade. Oh well, never mind, because there's another strength upgrade in the water temple. Okay, I see what you got for us, game. What is gonna be the Spirit Temple and Water Temple clearable for these two gentlemen? Couple bonks, but Mario gets down and over to the boss key chest. Vanilla boss key chest. Well, it's vanilla boss key today. And will that be all? Or will Mario stick around for the other checks available to him? He is continuing on. No, maybe not. He's not doing the bow chest. He's gonna raise the water. TheSaltySponge though having the same great idea. Maybe a minute or two away from that boss key himself. So these runners at the 98-minute mark are keeping things interesting. These guys are neck and neck. And Mario straight to the boss door, nothing further. Let's see if the Salty Sponge is thinking along the same lines. And actually, with the strength upgrade, we can do Forest, Spirit, and we're gonna see Water here. We, I think, are a Boomerang and Iron Boots from Go Mode. Oh, Blow Mode, plus our Light Arrows. Gotta have those. But we might just find him here in the Water Temple. TheSaltySponge looks like he's gonna clear this out. At least this check here. And Morph is down for the count, down and out. Excruciating long cutscene. But there is the blue warp out of here. What prize does Morph hold for us? Just some seeds. And that looked like the Kokiri Emerald. And the Zora Sapphire is in the Shadow Temple. And TheSaltySponge not doing the Dark Link route. He's going up to Morph now. But Mr. Mario looks like he's gonna jump into the Forest Temple. Pick up that red cookie. Morph down for Sponge, and he is going to the Spirit Temple. A few more checks, I think, available to him in here. So exciting stuff. Spirit Temple on the left, Forest Temple on the right. These guys are neck and neck. The second set of gloves is required for the Spirit Temple. Both runners managed to pick them up. TheSaltySponge shot the sun, grabbed those silver gauntlets before jumping in the Water Temple. well, actually, it was his Goron bracelet, and found his silvers inside the water temple. So got those progressive strength upgrades in opposite order. The golden ones are maybe needed. Does not appear so thus far in the seed. Answer a question, chat. How did Mr. Mario got the purple clothes on Link? This is the Ocarina of Time randomizer. One of the options is customizable tunic colors. See TheSaltySponge here rocking a mint green. Yeah, I thought the Ganon's castle was open from the start, but because these runners didn't head that direction, I'm guessing it's not open. The randomizer is full of all sorts of options. And as mentioned, we were gonna try to do a crowd control race for this. Unfortunately, we encountered a bug in the setup process. Crowd control devs are doing their best to fix it at this very moment. But we are excited to bring you a crowd control race another day, another time. This is just the good old-fashioned exhibition race. A little preview of things to come for the Speed Gaming Live tournament. That will not feature Keezy or all dungeon settings. But that's what the crowd-controlled settings were supposed to be, so... these runners just getting a little practice of things to come. So Mr. Mario about halfway through the Forest Temple. TheSaltySponge making great progress through the Spirit Temple. Just a couple checks left for him. Was in here earlier as a child, cleared that section out before he picked up his strength upgrades. And I dare say, depending on how trolly Troll Rove is gonna be, TheSaltySponge might be out of here before Mr. Mario is able to defeat Phantom Ganon. Ooh, Pharaoh's Win. That could come in handy for the Salty Sponge. Not too many uses going through the Forest Temple. So he's not going to make up any time on Mr. Mario there. But a couple places in the Shadow Temple that is pretty handy to have. There is a wallet upgrade for the Salty Sponge. Alrighty, just one more chest and then the boss reward in the Forest Temple. And just the boss reward in the Spirit Temple. So, running out of checks. Alrighty. Mini boss for Mr. Mario as Salty Sponge takes on Phase 1 of Twin Rova. All you folks out there, if you haven't tried out the randomizer and you're a big Ocarina of Time fan, I would implore you. OOTrandomizer.com. Brushing up a 20-plus-year-old game. Maybe it's not quite 20. But it's up there. Alright, I think the Salty Sponge does have this. Medallion at number 4 in the bag. Quicker than Mr. Mario. Big advantage for the Salty Sponge is that magic that he picked up early on from Chop Goron City. Mr. Mario yet to find the second magic upgrade, and you never know, it could be magic locked. And there we have it. Salty Sponge has defeated Twin Rova right as Mr. Mario enters his boss fight. Phantom Ganon arguably a little harder than Ganondorf himself. Implore, not employ. I have no hiring powers here at Speed Gaming. Just a simple commentary volunteer. Here we are, Salty Sponge. I don't think he meant to hit the Inspire there, but that works too. Entering the Forest Temple as Mr. Mario's finishing it off. Phantom Ganon proven to be trollier than Trollrova. Phantom Ganon down for Mr. Mario, 1 hour 44 minutes in. Slightly, ever so slightly behind the Salty Sponge. Very likely will be trading places here. Sponge down Forest Temple, and no, Mr. Mario going to the graveyard. Maybe dipping into that Shadow Temple. Nope. What is he doing here? Oh, he's picking up his song in Kakariko Village. Maybe turning in some Skulltula? Serenade of Water. There's his play for Spirit Temple. No, no, never mind. He stuck my foot in my mouth. Now he's checking skulls. Oh. Yes, T-Sigma, this tracker does not track the Serenade or Prelude songs that do not unlock anything. Most of the important stuff, but some of the unimportant stuff too. There is a different layout to the tracker, but yeah, setup being what it was, that was not prioritized. But as these runners are just following in each other's footsteps, I would again implore, not employ, implore you guys to check out these runners' personal pages. Without them racing these races, we wouldn't have the races to watch being raced. One of Mr. Mario and the Salty Sponge putting on great content many times a week. Mr. Mario streaming Ocarina of Time Rando, Link to the Past Rando, and Majora's Mask Rando. A couple of things here or there. The Salty Sponge, a little bit more variety, but big into Ocarina of Time Rando. Defending champion here for Speed Gaming Live. And we'll be looking to defend his title this upcoming November, with racers like Mr. Mario trying to take it from him. This is the halfway mark for the Salty Sponge. And I think by when Mr. Mario was in this room, Salty Sponge was already at the vanilla mirror shield chest. And they hand outside of the Spirit Temple. Mr. Mario a little bit behind. And again, the Salty Sponge also has the advantage of that magic. That's a big one. They could dip into the Shadow Temple if they so choose. Alright, purple poke for the Salty Sponge is Mr. Mario. Final chest has to open up his way to the boss door. These guys are gonna be all synced up, 5 medallions, 2 stones. Again, that big difference of magic from the Salty Sponge. Mr. Mario's gonna be hoping that second magic is not magic blocked. One check that wouldn't be terrible would be in the graveyard, but he's already gotten the song in there. It wouldn't be a great place for him to have to get back to. I'm thinking, just a guess, that after this they both are gonna go into GTG. Densest location left for him. Mr. Mario hoping to pick out magic in there as well as his iron boots. And we still need the Jabu stuff. We still need the boomerang. Still need Rito's letter. Alright, Iron Knuckle down. Salty Sponge pushing the counterclockwise. I guess it's called puzzle technically. And Mr. Mario has entered the Twin Rova fight. Kotake and Kume versus Mr. Mario. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Mario can't do too much except not miss. Meanwhile, TheSaltySponge can make up a little bit of time if he has a cleaner Ganon fight than Mr. Mario. Phantom Ganon deciding to troll Mario just a little bit. A little bit more than is reasonable. And the TheSaltySponge is the first out of their boss fight. Twin Rova down just a little bit later. And look at that TheSaltySponge going to the desert. We're going to see a reverse over to GTG. You've never seen a reverse Wasteland, make sure you take some notes. TheSaltySponge gonna put on a clinic for you. First, he's got a fairy fountain to check out. He's got some torches in the wasteland to light with his Dinspire and magic. One of the advantages he has on his opponent. And a swinging a very heavy sack of nuts. Are literally one check behind. Mario's going to make up a little bit of time. The TheSaltySponge stops off in the center of the desert for this wasteland check. Alright, what do we got in the wasteland? $5. And they are nearly gonna... Yeah, I think that ladder is just long enough. Oh! TheSaltySponge stumbled at just the top of the ladder. Mario takes a 10-step lead. Oh, actually, no, he didn't stumble. He did that on purpose to light up those flagpoles like that. Intentional stumble. Very cool trick to see if you've never seen it before. Just lights up the way, no questions. And, oh man! Mario with a little bit of a cleaner exit through those flagpoles. First into the fortress. But TheSaltySponge closing in Alright, both making it to the guard fight. George, Paul, and John are safe in the tent. Ringo still trapped here. Unless this is John and it's George, Paul, and Ringo who are in the tent. Not 100% sure. Mr. Mario maintains his, like, 2 or 3 second lead. $50 on the roof. Mario going for horseback archery. TheSaltySponge is going into the training ground. This could be the difference maker. Still though, we are looking for 4 items. Rudo's letter, Lord Banana, the boomerang, hover boots, and the light arrows. Mr. Mario also looking for that second magic. TheSaltySponge finding that in Child Goron City. The fire arrows were in Deep Fire Temple. One of, I think, the 2 or 3 checks that TheSaltySponge skipped. Playing a little bit risky there in the deepest of Fire Temple. Unfortunately, Linger the Linger was unable to join me tonight. So just August the 40th here on comms. But horseback archery not paying off for Mario, joining the TheSaltySponge inside the Gerudo training grounds. A little surprised we didn't see either of them head directly into the maze. There are a big chunk of checks in there. No keys or combat needed. And double magic, Mr. Mario was going to get bailed out on his skipping Child Goron City early in on the run. Very nice find. Mario is going to the maze. Will he go around all the way to the center from here? Yes, he will. Also to note, for the crowd control, also you can call me September 9th, that's cool. That's when the holiday is. For the crowd control, we were unable to bring you a crowd control tonight. We did discover a bug, so we are excited in the future to bring you a crowd control race. As soon as the crowd control devs get a handle on that bug and squish it. But big apologies for that on the layout. Nothing so far from Mr. Mario in the maze. A couple of chests left. Nothing for the TheSaltySponge through the maze. TheSaltySponge didn't need that magic. He's perfectly content with his magic from Goron City. Nothing in the center of the maze. 2 checks left. I know, three if you include the toilet. But they can't do the toilet. And if these last 2 checks for the TheSaltySponge are nothing, one more, likely gonna do horseback archery, and we're gonna be all tied up again. TheSaltySponge going through the maze. Oh wait, no, he's gotta kill some lizards first. Actually, he might go through the maze before he kills the lizards. Magic for Mario, that's a sigh of relief. Although, I mean, I was hoping for something more out of here. We can go dip into the Shadow Temple. A couple checks left in the Water Temple. There's Goron City to clear out. There's a couple fairy fountains over by Death Mountain Crater. But running out of checks. Getting kind of bottlenecked here at around the 2-hour mark. Another wallet. Sponge will be first added GTG, but almost impossible for him not to go straight over to horseback archery. And I think Mr. Mario skipping a couple checks there in GTG, the Cyclops room. Fire enemies. He's taking that magic, he's dipping into the Shadow Temple. Two checks in here that he can do that we have not seen. Oh, if you want to see something, you should check out the Random Settings League. Mr. Mario is an admin of said league, where with Overworld Entrance Randomizer, seeds can last you 4, 5, 6 hours. But luckily, pretty tame in comparison to that. 2 hours, these racers have 5 medallions, 2 stones, and they are running out of checks that they can do. Very unlikely to last much past the 3-hour mark. And for anyone who doesn't know, Greg is commonly referred to as the green rupee. In the vanilla game, there's one chest that holds a green rupee, and that has been dubbed Greg. And the Salty Sponge has remembered Gan's castle's been open for you, bud. No strength upgrades, so cannot do the light trial. But there are 8 other checks in here. And Mr. Mario also headed exactly in that direction. Those 2 checks in Shadow Temple are the difference. But we'll see Salty Sponge make his way to those checks eventually. Although the way he's playing, Salty Sponge might just skip out on those checks. Very likely Bosky is in the deeper parts of Shadow Temple rather than the first 2. Two chests in the Spirit Trial were not the answer. 1 chest in the Forest Trial. Right, the Ice Trial is not the answer. 2 checks in the Shadow Trial, and then there's the Vanilla Bosky chest. Might not want to trek all the way up there, although he does have Pharaoh's Wind and Magic. So very likely we'll see them trek that direction, place Pharaoh's Wind. First check in Shadow Trial not paying out. Where in the world are our boots? More importantly, the hover boots. Where is our ticket to Jabu Jabu? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Alright, so Salty Sponge trekking up the tower. It's gonna take out some lizards, slay some Stalfos, claim his Bosky chest. Don't know if the Bosky, well no, the Bosky certainly isn't there. The Bosky is on the Light Arrow cutscene. But we're hoping for something good in here. The hover boots, the Rudo's letter. This is something. Otherwise, we're going back to the crater, I think. That is a minuet of the forest. Unless the Salty Sponge is making his way over to the ice cavern. He does have a blue fire. No, he's save warping to the Temple of Time. Where are you headed, Salty? Who you calling old? I can't run for president yet. Not for another 2 years. Right, Mario out of there. Going to Lake Hylia. Mr. Mario's going to the lake. I can't imagine he's doing anything besides... Well, yeah, first he sat for his win. Good boy. Yeah, I'm guessing Mr. Mario's going back into the water temple. He's got the Dark Link route to go through. As Salty Sponge picks up his Serenade. And hopefully, yeah, going to the graveyard to get his Nocturna Shadow. Oh, it's a great measurement. Only old people run for president. Everybody knows that. There is Nocturna Shadow for our boy Salty Sponge. Defending champion of Speed Gaming Live. Although to note, in the latest standard tournament, Salty Sponge took second place to won What the Hell's Happened. Unable to attend Speed Gaming Live 2020, but he was the winner for Speed Gaming Live OG 2019. And now Salty Sponge dipping into the Shadow Temple, not gonna find anything of value here. Mr. Mario already did these 2 checks. Salty Sponge has already done this check that Mario's doing. Mario's setting it up in a super fancy way. Not technically a clip, but pretty close to it. Mario, what you doing in here? I'm confused, but I'm sure Mario has a plan. I just don't understand it. Because he can't get down there. Not without the Iron Boots. Whoopsie! Maybe a little bit of fatigue going on, as it is past midnight in some areas of the country. At this point, most areas of the country. Is it for the Salty Sponge in the Shadow Temple. Minuet of the Force tells me he's thinking about Ice Cavern. Oh, TheSaltySponge. Getting up more Sculptulas. Oh no, Sponge, for getting a check. Whew. Luckily it was just a slingshot. Going back to the crater. Got a couple checks in Goron City to do, a couple fairy fountains in the area, but no, he's going to deeper fire. Uh-oh. Mr. Mario is pulling away here at the 2-hour and 20-minute mark. And that is Darklink defeated. And this is the vanilla long shot chest. Does it hold any goodies? It holds some light arrows. Big pogs for Mr. Mario. He can kill the pig once he gets into the castle. Once he gets the castle boss. And that's it for the water temple. Mr. Mario now playing Minuet. Is he gonna go to the ice cavern? Picking up Skulltula still. Both picking up Skulltula tells me they've seen a hint for something on 30. And there's the hover boots. Wow! Light arrows for Mr. Mario. Hover boots for the TheSaltySponge. It's gonna be hard for either one of them to get what the other just picked up. TheSaltySponge is gonna get a direct hint for the light arrows if that's his final item. Mr. Mario not gonna be so lucky with those hover boots, but likely to run into a roadblock before he can use them. Big thing for Mr. Mario is Shadow Temple needs to not have anything for the Salty Sponge, but the Salty Sponge is hoping he gets both Ruto's letter and the boomerang here in Shadow Temple, so he can make his way over to Ganondorf, get the light arrow in. Meanwhile, Mr. Mario hoping some of the Jabu items are locked here. Could be in domain, could have a paradox letter. Ruto's letter from Fong King Zora. Oh, wow. Gold gauntlets on King Zora. So that opens 9 checks in Ganon's castle. But he's got to continue. He's got to keep going. That's an item. It's not a go mode item. Blocking Jabu stuff. Danger darts for Salty Sponge. It's like nothing on the iceberg. I can't see what's down there. Mario didn't either. I can't see that. So note, you can get a glimpse of that somehow up here, and sometimes it helps to dive down. Some runners know exactly where to position themselves to see that. Mario, not. Oh, there's Lord Banana! Oh, big save for Mr. Mario. Alrighty, we are a Ruto's letter from Go mode, folks. Two hours, 27 minutes in. It is just getting exciting. Where is Ruto's letter? Salty Sponge with the hover boots. Mr. Mario with the light arrows. With gold gauntlets. With Lord Banana. Oh, and Mario. Very smart from Mario, using his Pharaoh's Wind in the castle. He's gonna do some light trial. I might have been tempted to set up a second save file at that point. Set up a second save file if light trial is nothing, if OGC outside Ganon's Castle Fairy is nothing, then you come right back to your other save file into the Ice Cavern. Guessing, there's a quiver for the Salty Sponge. I haven't been paying attention to the quick check Salty just got. Also to note in crowd control, very sorry, we were trying to set up crowd control. It took us an hour or so to discover a bug on the crowd control server's end. The developers are doing their very best to get it all settled out by tomorrow. And we will be looking forward to bringing you a crowd control race as soon as we possibly can. Last check in Ganon's castle. TheSaltySponge about halfway through the Shadow Temple. Big advantage. Big Goron sword for Salty. I'm not sure why they're collecting gold. Oh, I guess Mr. Mario needs both hovers and Rudo's. So I'm wondering if Rudo's letter is on 30 skulls. Because if he knew where hovers were and that was the case, he'd just be going for Skulltula. Mr. Mario is continuing to clear out checks on the overworld, going to the crater. $20 from the give dose. Alright, 2 hours, 32 minutes in, TheSaltySponge is about to board the boat ride through the Tunnel of Love. Contestants today, his matches for the night. Up first, this lovely contestant. She's a musician. She plays the drums. Ooh, I guess that's a red flag for TheSaltySponge. Contestant number 2 is from Vienna. Bit of a cultured gal, loves touring the museums of Europe and the old castles. And where is she? Uh-oh. TheSaltySponge getting stood up. Feels bad, man. Meanwhile, Mr. Mario didn't what? Hover boots in deep fire on the Scarecrow chest. I'm not even sure that Mr. Mario has set up his Scarecrow song, let alone been down to childlike Hylia. He's got his fairy fountain out here. And then he's got a couple checks in Child Goron City. Running out of places to find our Rudo's letter. $20. Last check in the Shadow Temple. That's the late plate for Mario. Big Goron Sword making Bongo really easy for the Salty Sponge. That is their last Spiritual Stone. That gives them an extra song. I think that's Song of Storms. But it could be Prelude. Could not, unfortunately, read the hints, and I am certain that these runners know what their Ocarina Time song is. Bongo, nothing but some sticks. Oh, and Sponge found the letter! Sponge found the letter in Shadow Temple. And I just missed it because I'm a big dumb. But Sponge is running out of places to check. He's very likely to make his way over to Ice Cavern here. For boss key chest. Oh, thank you, Dalinator. Glad someone in the chat was there to take note. I completely missed it until he paused and I saw it there sitting in his inventory. Yep, Sponge making his way back to Goron City. Gonna take the Lostwood shortcut to Zora's River. He's gonna be picking up the boomerang in just a few minutes, make his way into Jabu and wrap the seat up. But first, he's got to get his hint for the light arrows. So he's not gonna go mode his final dungeon. He's gonna be checking the last chest in there. Fortunately, we know the light arrows for him are in the Water Temple. So Mr. Mario still has his chance, but it's fading fast. Fortunately, he has all of the Shadow Temple still to do. and there's just not enough. Salty Sponge essentially doesn't have anything left to check. Maybe one or two things here or there in the water temple. But the Salty Sponge, the defending Speed Gaming Live champion, is gonna be approaching glow mode. And then should be wrapping this thing up within the next 30, maybe 40 minutes. Those gold gauntlets could slow him down, but he's in the area. Well, I might as well just do a little weep skip. Set your Ferris Wind in Ice Cavern if you need to, for peace of mind. Oh no, Mr. Mario. Mr. Mario forgot the Kokiri sword chest. That feels bad, man. Luckily, it didn't have anything in it for him. Salty Sponge is so close to the boomerang, but so far away. Yeah, there you go. You don't have to worry about that one. Yeah, there it is, Sponge. Mario will be picking up their double magic here. That is glow mode for Sponge. He's gonna peek at the bottom there. I don't know what it is, but it can't be anything good. And there is the overworld save. He's keeping that Ferris Wind directly in place. And there is the dive from Salty Sponge into Zora's domain. He's gotta pick up a fish. Double magic for Mr. Mario. And Mr. Mario's gotta be running out of checks. Fortunately, did not have Scarecrow in the Fire Temple. Didn't have the long shot to pixel shot. Jabu isn't the longest dungeon, it's not too quick. If we're looking at 3:15, maybe a little quicker than that for a finish time. Mario's grabbing skulls. Maybe he didn't get a hint, or... Answer question in chat. No, Sponge has Lord Banana the boomerang. Just needs the light arrows, but he'll get a hint for those once he marches his way up to Ganondorf. Like a James Bond villain, Ganondorf can't keep a secret. So we save scum that information. There's a rather inconvenient child spawning point when it's nighttime. And it looks like 2 hours, 45 minutes. Mr. Mario kinda stuck checking out the orphaned Tektite Grotto. I'll see his bomb chews there. Alright, Mr. Mario making a move in the right direction, going back adult. Grabbing that Master Sword out of the pedestal of time. Now, TheSaltySponge finds the third and final slingshot upgrade. And Mr. Mario is making a beeline for the Scarecrow. I think he's got the right answer. Fortunately, I think it's a bit too late for him. No way, Jose, does he get through all of Shadow Temple. Plus all of Jabu by the time TheSaltySponge grabs his light arrows. Just a matter of time. Question, were the hover boots in the Fire Temple on the Scarecrow chest? But as these runners are finishing up the seed, make sure you go give them a follow without them racing these races. We could not have these races to watch being raced. They put on some fabulous Zooter content on a weekly basis, if not more. Mr. Mario, the other Scarecrow chicks. Oh, getting Gwade. Hey, Gway, you be a nice Gway. Bad Gway. SaltySponge going for the button switch. Yep. First try, very nice. No, Mario, go to Bolero. Very clean first phase of a Baronade from the SaltySponge. Oh, Mario's thinking about his wastelands, thinking about out-of-the-way checks. It's late, I can't blame him. Started way later than the racers wanted. Not imagine they were thinking about a 5-hour-long crowd control race. But we unfortunately got started on this exhibition a bit late due to the discovered bug in crowd control. But with that, SaltySponge is eligible to pick up his boss key from the Double of Time. He's got to be scratching his head about where in the world those light arrows are. There's his Ocarina. He's gonna pick up. He's gonna pick up his last song here. It's got to be Song of Storms, right? There's no other reason he'd pick it up. Oh, it's Prelude. That would be a reason. It's, I guess, slightly faster. Well, now Mario, in the right location. Mario might just get his hover boots, and about the time SaltySponge gets his light arrow hint. Where our light arrows are in the vanilla longshot chest in the water temple. I unfortunately cannot get the light arrows and come back in 6 minutes, so will not be sub 3 houring the seed. There's Pierre summoned for Mr. Mario. And yeah, they are gonna be really close. Hover boots for Mario, light arrows for the TheSaltySponge. They are about to enter go mode together. Mario might be a little bit ahead. Salty does have to take out some Iron Knuckle. Yeah, Salty will be just a little bit to his Iron Boots before Salty gets his Light Arrow hint. Good news for Salty, it's not Iron Boots locked. It's gonna be the first chest he opens. And there are the hover boots from Mario, beelining it to the Shadow Temple. And actually, if Mario can find the boss key right away, I don't know, he might already have it. I might have missed it in the first two checks. But Mr. Mario can completely go mode the Shadow Temple once he finds that boss key. Or no, he needs Rito's letter, never mind. Never mind, he needs the letter. So close yet so far away. You'll never find my light arrows in the water temple. Alright, the TheSaltySponge is out of there. Out of there, making their way to the water temple. Did she set hers? If not, should be back at the 4-3 hour mark. Yeah, you don't have to reopen the gate. Luckily, he was setting up there to long shot the door switch again. And so I'm just putting some puzzle pieces together. Mr. Mario did not jump into the ice cavern because he knew it was locked by Rudo's letter, I think. Which means Song of Storms is blocking, is locked behind Rudo's letter. Dark Link is not playing nicely. There we go. Alrighty, sub 3 hour light arrows. Mr. Mario just about the 40% way mark in the Shadow Temple. And there is the boss key. Fortunately, Gerudo's letter all the way in deep shadow. Mario's gonna go all the way, but still collecting skulls. Either missed a hint, forgot to write one down. But TheSaltySponge back at Ganondorf with the light arrows in hand. Gonna make quick work of this. Another 6 or 7 minutes here. Careful not to blink, you might miss it. The dwarf is down. 3 hours, 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. And cheap Piggy knocking the Master Sword away. Princess Zelda standing helplessly beside. Luckily, TheSaltySponge, he prepared. He's stored a jump slash with his Master Sword in the hammer. And down with phase 1. Piece of cake just like that. The barrier of fire has been dispelled, and TheSaltySponge reunited with his Master Sword. Princess Zelda still standing helplessly beside. I can't take credit to that. One shoutouts to one LOZ Cardspan here on Speed Gaming, providing amazing commentary for all sorts of stuff, mainly the Zelda 1 and Super Mario Bros. 3 randos. But there we have it, 3 hours, 2 minutes, 30 seconds down. Princess Zelda finally lending her hands, her magical abilities, imbuing the Master Swords with her essence. And with a slicing and a dicing, TheSaltySponge is going to be serving us up a tasty, tasty snack. Oh, bacon! TheSaltySponge with an official race time of 3 hours, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Very nice. Your GG's in the chat for TheSaltySponge, defending champion for Speed Gaming Live. And it looks like Mr. Mario is gonna take the forfeit. Can't blame him, it's been a long 3-hour race. Supposed to be a crowd control, unfortunately delayed and could not bring you the crowd control nonsense. But happy to be able to put on this for you.
Why is my mic cut? Oh, hello.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
Sorry about interrupting y'all. GG's.
No, it's okay. That was a fun race.
Yeah, these settings are actually really cool.
Honestly, yeah. I was like, all right, well, water isn't really that bad anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, there's a strength in water. But I'm like, oh wait, there are no keys. I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Glad you guys had some fun.
But yeah. I last location hovers, but I didn't have the 30 hint. So if it wasn't in fire, I was gonna collect 30 blind.
I didn't have the 30 or the 40 hint.
Oh, the 40 hint was in fountain.
Oh, it was the other hint. Okay. My
Yeah,
go mode was a boomerang. Well, my glow mode.
yeah, that makes sense. Wait. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you guys. So up at the, you had very different routes in the beginning. You kind of met up at the water temple. Sponge stuck around for the bow target, but didn't do the dark link route. And after that, right, Mario went to the forest temple, having just got his strength. Sponge went to Spirit Temple, and then right after that, you kind of flip flopped and neck going to GTG. Slight divergence. Mario did horseback archery first, but then it was kind of at that point Mario didn't have magic. Kind of got bailed out with magic in GTG.
Yeah.
But yeah, from there it was all right. Where are the hover boots? And Sponge kind of went to deep fire right about the time Mr. Mario picked up his boomerang.
Okay, I have a question
Sure.
for Sponge.
What's up?
The first time you were in fire, did you do everything but Scarecrow, or did you get the boss key and bail?
I left at the shortcut. I opened the shortcut and left.
So what I did, and what made fire a real big pain to go back to, is I did the map chest, and then I went straight up to the hammer chest place. And
Oh god.
then I went around and got the boss key in the second to last check that I had available. So in the end, it was just the Scarecrow check that I had left in fire, which made me
Oh
never want to go
no.
back.
Oh no, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you. I was like, the reason I even went to fire first is because I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go to Ice Cavern before I go Child, no matter what, because I either get Prelude or Storms, and Storms is too strong, even if it's out of logic. Like I'm gonna want to get Storms because if I find Letter, then it's in logic, and I'm gonna want to go to the well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do Ice Cavern. So I have like Crater Fairy, DMT Fairy, and then like Ice Cavern right after that. But Fire, I still had 4 items of Fire, so I'm like, okay, I'll do
Right.
Fire first, then go do those 2 checks, then go to Ice Cavern that way. And yeah, Fire, literally the next check in Fire is the Hover Boots. I'm like, okay, cool, this is where I need to go next.
I assume letter is just shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
boss key chest.
all the way at the end. Yeah,
I was in the gift opening when you finished.
gotcha.
Yeah, if you had found the boss key a little earlier, maybe you made your way into Fire Temple a little earlier, it would have been interesting to see. But
Yeah,
I
I
had a
definitely
question.
wouldn't have left it for last if I went the normal route.
But because we saw Salty Sponge make an early play for the river, so he had the long shot when he was in the Fire Temple. Curious, Mario, because you had that interesting route. If you had the long shot, do you think you would have done the pixel setup? I know you didn't have Scarecrow.
Of course.
Of course,
Yeah,
okay.
I had the long shot.
Yeah, when you only have 1 check left in a dungeon, you don't want to leave that check just sitting there, especially
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
know it's an item guaranteed. So
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
found long shot in fire. I was like, oh, kind of feels bad. But I wanted to do fire first, just in case it led to storms.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just said, look, I'm just gonna do my way the heroes early, and found the long shot. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't get the magic on Hot Rod?
Nope. I did Child Gorn City like right before adult stranded checks like Lake and then Wasteland and then Fire.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I dipped early and got the magic, and then I immediately went out of Child Grown City and got Dins. I'm like, oh, look, the pod is in logic.
Yeah.
I'm not walking back in to do that. Yeah,
That's weird.
I got Skull Mask extremely fast. Like the first thing I did when I went child after market was walk to CAC because my time of day
Yeah.
was getting to night. And
Yeah, Mario beat you there.
wow,
So
really?
you went
I did
early
chickens.
adult and did CAC, and
Mhm.
Mr. Mario stayed child, did chicken super early. Yeah.
Ah, see, that's why you lost. You did chickens.
Yeah, it's fair. 15-minute time loss.
I jest. I'm really interested to watch this back. I felt the entire time that like, okay, this is really close.
Yeah, same.
It was really close for a long while.
I feel like these settings are you're just really hard to stray from the path and like miss one thing, so it makes for a lot of close races, I feel.
Yeah. Honestly, I would be interested to play more always
Yeah.
AD seeds, to be honest.
Yeah, because you know you have to do all the dungeons, so you're not gonna be like, oh, should I do Stone Shadow? Because you always have to do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
Right.
Question is just those side dungeons.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
the real play comes in. How
Especially
much do you
with
value
easy.
side dungeons? Yeah.
GTG is just a gold mine half the
Yeah.
time.
I said the same thing.
I was
I'm like,
actually
there's no way.
wondering if you were gonna go to GTG in Adult 1 because you got Epona so early. Do a sponge play.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of like we had bow, hook shot, long shot, but I knew there was a strength upgrade on Shoot the Sun that I wasn't going to get in my adult one. And what if I
Yeah.
find a strength upgrade in GTG? Like now I'm gonna feel like an idiot because I didn't get the strength. So I'm like, okay, let me go child and get more stuff so that I can be in a better position to go get that strength upgrade, and then go to GTG. And it just so happened that I had the gold scale, and I could just do water at the same time, which was perfect.
Basically the same.
Did you find iron boots anywhere?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm assuming in ice. Oh well,
It
you
could be
did
in
ice.
Ganon's.
No, we full cleared Ganon's.
Yeah, I full click.
Oh, so what's left on my tracker then? So
Strength
Ganon's,
3
OGC.
was, King Zora.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh.
I got strength 3 and then was gonna copy my save file in Ice Cavern.
I was really.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I should have copied my save file right after I first went back to Castle.
Yeah, I wanted to keep my FW in Deep Fire, so I was gonna
You had
copy
it
my
there
save
'cause you
file.
had early magic, yeah.
Yeah, so I used Furroars as soon as I got the hovers. I dropped Furroars and just went to Shadow.
Yeah.
So Dragon Switch and water? You do that at all?
Yep,
yeah.
saw that.
Okay, not Ice Cavern. No pot, no Darunia at all. Saw that. Hyrule Castle Fairy?
Did
Yeah,
it.
saw that.
Okay. It's got to be the well then.
30 skulls?
Could be 30
Could be
skulls.
30
Yeah,
skulls.
30 skull iron boots that neither of us got.
Or Storms checked.
Yeah, it's got to be Storms locked.
I haven't uninstalled. I can just rush hints and see if I can find a 30.
I still have the seat up, but
Would the well
I'm
be in logic without iron boots?
Yeah, right. You can get your hovers, get your Rudos, open up the Ice Cavern.
Well, Ice
Get
Cavern
storms.
wasn't storms, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Storms.
Wow, what?
I forgot that I had Saria's, and then I marked it later. I'm like, oh, I have Saria's song. So Storms is an Ice Cavern.
Yeah, we saw all those other songs.
I just got the hint. 30 was iron boots.
Where's that at?
It was back of lake.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I checked the other back of lake hint after
Yes.
I did water, but I guess that was the wrong one.
Yo, can you imagine if light arrows were in Central Pillar?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh my god.
And I feel like
would've-
I
maybe
would have
another
been in
hour.
a better position at that point because I did like the entire scene.
I mean, I had like 23 skulls. I started collecting before I went to fire because I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, in fire
what
I
if-
had like 20 something. Got up to
Yeah.
26.
So like, I don't know. I probably would have kept collecting in like Ice Cavern and then the well maybe, but I don't know. I can't say that I would. I think when I go to well, I would think about routing in 30, but I don't know if I would actually do that.
How about chickens?
Yeah, if I went to the
Probably.
well and I didn't find my go mode boomerang, I would definitely have done chickens, and then I would have lost.
Oh, it would have been even. That's how we do it.
No, you see, if my opponent does chickens, I win. If we both do chickens, I lose, and if I do chickens, I lose.
Oh, okay.
That's the way it works.
Two-thirds chance.
Yes. Uh huh.
That makes sense. Checks out.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you two very much for this race. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the crowd control mix-ups, but really fun to watch you guys here.
Yeah.
Thanks. No problem. I get it.
Race.
Thank you for the restream. Thank you for the opportunity. You know, tech stuff happens, and you know, we'll just get back at after it next time. Please donate for OTR to be a featured main tournament, so you can see more awesome races like this.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely, positively. Looking to get this prize pool up there and in the top 3.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. Fingers crossed. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, no problem. In the meantime, make sure you give these guys a follow. Without them doing the stuff, we couldn't have this stuff to watch being stuffed. And thanks to our tracker behind the scenes, T Sigma, also doing some crowd control, tech shooting, troubleshooting, and of course everyone here at Speed Gaming for putting this stuff on. And I'll catch everybody another day, another race. We got more Ocarina Time Rando coming up here on Speed Gaming, and stay tuned for the crowd controls. Keep an eye on that schedule. As soon as that's up and running, we'll get it here for you.
Go.
Alrighty.
Later.
See ya.
See ya.